Trying to own multiple businesses, driving the latest Benzes. Heaven only knows I'm...
What's up? What's poppin'? It's your boy Zillionaire. What is going on, man? Straight up. This is Football Sunday. This is the Sunday where they play to go to the Super Bowl. I wonder who's gonna win. Now, shout out to Zillionaire Nation and shout out to everybody that's truly J4K. There's a lot of fake ones out there. Now, I'm gonna talk about MTV and I'm gonna expose MTV. Okay? MTV, if you notice, MTV, they're launching a new series called True Life Crime, right? This is their new spinoff from their series True Life. If you notice, they used the Kenneka story as the first story to launch this series. I want y'all to follow me and pay attention. Okay? They used Kenneka. Kenneka is one of the most famous cases right now, internationally. Anytime I have people on my channel hit me up from Norway, Spain, Canada, the Ukraine. I mean, I have people overseas on my channel talking about the Kenneka case, all right? They saw how big it was on YouTube, how big it was on the internet. They see how big it is. Networks pay attention. When it comes to networks, all they care about is money and views. That's all networks care about. Whereas it's a handful of us YouTubers who are actually passionate about the case and who have actually exposed the red flags, the evil, the corruption, and the dirt behind her case. Okay? Only a handful. That's why they come after us YouTubers who are successful at exposing a famous case. There's a lot of people making videos about me because I've been successful at exposing a famous case. I have lots of topics on my channel. Kenneka is one of them. Go to my playlist. I have tons of series on different stuff. I talk about a lot of different topics and I cover a vast, how can I put it? I have a vast list of talk shows and topics that I talk about. Kenneka just happens to be one of the cases I'm passionate about and one of the cases I'm successful in talking about because I expose the truth behind her case. I bring you the facts, I bring you the truth. You put all the pieces together and pay attention. That's all I did. I just opened people's eyes and shine light on this case. And they're mad at me making videos about me. But I haven't seen nobody make one video about MTV making millions off her case and they didn't expose anything. All they did was get clips off the internet. And then they had the nerve to copyright this. This is the crazy part about it. They took stuff that other people did. They did a few interviews themselves, which was nothing. And they took stuff from the internet, from YouTubers, from YouTube, okay, from Facebook. And they had the nerve to copyright this stuff and make millions off it. But you haven't heard not one YouTuber that don't like the J4K community. I haven't heard one YouTuber that don't like Zillionaire. I haven't heard one YouTuber talk about this. I haven't heard them talk about this, how they capitalized off her case. They could care less about the truth in her case. All they cared about was ratings and views and getting their True Life Crime series off the ground. It's a business with these MTV networks. So I don't even know why people were so hyped and excited like they were going to expose the truth. No, they're not. No, they're not. It's just ratings. Her name for ratings. Ratings. That's all these networks care about. As you know, everybody know, I'm passionate about her case and I'm passionate about every topic that I talk about. Okay, you can feel and hear the passion in my voice about everything I talk about. I'm not going to talk about nothing I'm not passionate about. I'm passionate about unsolved cases and stuff like that. I watch Forensic Files. I watch a lot of that stuff. I watch the TV show Snapped. I watch First 48. Like, I love those shows. I love getting down to the truth and investigating stuff and exposing the truth in cases. That's just one of my passions. Okay? MTV said, oh, her name is that big, and MTV is already a big platform. I said, oh, if her name is that big, we're going to use her name to get views and launch our new series, MTV True Life Crime, which was the first show that they put out. Oh man, this is crazy. But they got people now. They put the whole show on YouTube now. and everybody's over there watching it. And I'm trying to tell people you're going to be disappointed, because they not only did they launch it, they also were paid to blind people from the truth, to say that her case was an accident, which we all know was an accident. They didn't talk about Rosemont organ trafficking business. They didn't talk about how Rosemont had warehouses with bodies and freezers, and they did not connect that to Kenneka being put in a freezer. That's just common sense. That's not even like, come on, that's just common sense right there. If you have a town that put bodies in freezers and Kenneka gets put in a freezer, if they have a big organ trafficking business, it don't take rocket scientists to see what's going on. All right? Town full of organ trafficking, a town full of people putting bodies in freezers, and Kenneka gets put in the freezer. Number one, that's a big red flag. Something's wrong with that town, that city. It's dirty, it's corrupt. They have a history of crime cover-ups and working with gangs. A history of it. You can go look this up. They have a history of covering up crimes and working with gang members. Go look up Rosemont crime cover-ups. You'll read the story, read the article, read the chief police that quit and everything, that blew the whistle and quit and everything else. They also have a history of falsifying autopsies. Dr. John E. Kavanaugh, he falsified almost 300 autopsies. He was getting paid to botch autopsies. He was getting paid to lie on autopsies. He was the fall guy. It was more people involved, but he took the fall. So how can you believe her autopsy? How can you believe her autopsy when Cook County Medical have a history of falsifying autopsies, and John E. Kavanaugh got discovered by somebody in their department? Hello, somebody. You can look this stuff up. Her case had no DNA, no forensics, no fingerprints, no nothing, no yellow tape. They didn't go and scrape around and dig and get anything from the crime scene. They gave you a false autopsy and didn't give you anything from the crime scene. That's number two. Something is very wrong with that. Anytime there's a dead body, now you can look this up in Chicago law. There's a procedure you're supposed to go through when there's a dead body, and I looked it up. I did a video about that. How, first of all, you're not supposed to touch the body. Second of all, medical examiners are supposed to be there to give you a pre-diagnosis before they do the official autopsy. Okay? Then DNA have to be there. Forensics have to be there. The people have to scrape for everything, fingerprints, all that stuff. You're supposed to get all that off this crime scene to make sure it's not an accident. How do you just come get a body and you just rule it an accident and that's it? Hello, somebody. How do you just come get a body and you just can't get a body? Come on, y'all. You see the dirt that's going on. Y'all see how wicked this is. And MTV capitalized off of this, man. Her case was very sinister, it was very dirty, it was very wicked. And I continue to point out this stuff, man. And this MTV stuff got me a little pissed off. It really does, man. I would have respected them if they would have exposed the red flags in this case. And also Crown Plaza Hotel, editing the videos. People kill me. She wasn't at that hotel. She was over there at Doubletree. But they have no proof of her being at Doubletree. None. No proof, they just say it. And if she wasn't at Crown Plaza Hotel, why did Crown Plaza Hotel have to edit the footage? If Kenneka wasn't there, they wouldn't have needed to edit the footage. They edited the footage so you wouldn't find out how she was murdered. Hello, somebody. This is common sense. Just come on, y'all. This is not even really rocket scientists. If Kenneka Jenkins was not at the Crown Plaza Hotel, they would not have needed to edit the footage where the timestamp was jumping throughout the video. It would jump from here to there because they were editing and cutting out certain stuff. Not only did they edit and cut out certain scenes, they also edited people out of the video. There is software you can use to edit people. I could be walking with you down the hallway, and there's footage that can edit you out and just show me and nobody else in the hallway. Hello, somebody. footage out there. There's the software where I can edit you out the video where you'll never be seen. And you'll see me walking through the halls. They did that. They also chopped up and cut out the pieces that they didn't want nobody to see at all. There's parts of the video, there's parts of her being in the hallway, there's parts of her at the hotel where they don't want you to see at all. They totally got that out, and they edited people out of the video. So if she wasn't there, if she was not there at Crown Plaza, they would not have needed to edit the footage and edit stuff out of the footage to cover up a crime. As you know, that lets you know it was also an inside job, which I know the security was in on it. I'm not sure if the manager was in on it. Definitely security, because security is supposed to be watching the cameras, watching what's going on, paying attention. The security definitely was in on it, because they're supposed to be watching everything from the cameras to every floor to making rounds. And you gonna tell me this dude didn't see nothing? Yeah, right. Inside job, paid to look the other way, paid to act like you don't know what's going on, and then you leave and skip town. Come on, y'all. Then he leaves. Come on, man. And then your girl Sherry Shriner exposed how when people come to Rosemont, they go to Crown Plaza Hotel. A lot of organ traffickers, yes, organ traffickers go to Crown Plaza Hotel and get their rooms when they were coming to pick up organs. Okay? Anytime you have a city full of organ trafficking, you're going to have people coming in out of town coming to purchase these organs. Even though they were shipping organs, you have people coming into town coming to buy the organs that they're looking for. And they're also selling it. Okay? Organ harvesting is when a place that holds organs for the organ traffickers. Y'all gotta know the difference between organ harvesting and organ trafficking. Organ traffickers come and get the body parts from the organ harvesters. The ones that harvest the organs are the ones that keep the organs cool, keep them cold, keep them in freezers, keep the body cold for the organ traffickers to come get it. Anytime you have a town full of organ trafficking where they put bodies in freezers and Kenneka is put in the freezer, you can see right there is a connection, and that's a big red flag. I'm your boy Zillionaire. MTV made millions of dollars off of this, and they could care less about Kenneka. That's my point. Where we actually feel connected to her. We actually feel like she's our sister, she's our cousin, she's our daughter. We all feel some type of connection to her. She's our granddaughter. We all feel like she's something to us. Spiritually, we feel connected to her. Okay? And it's sad that networks, instead of exposing the truth, they rather just capitalize off her name. I'm your boy Zillionaire. And ain't mad at Zillionaire because I break it down so beautifully. God has gifted me to break down her case so beautifully, and they can't stand it. Man, I tell you, I'm out of here.
I'm trying to own multiple businesses, driving the latest Benzes. Heaven only knows I'm a witness, and the profit gon' come tremendous. I'm trying to own multiple businesses, driving the latest Benzes. Heaven only knows I'm